Hello, one and all. This is WellArmedWithTacos, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Warrior. I was about to say Tau Fire Warrior, but I still don't think it's called that. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Warrior. When we last left off, we learned how grenades work, and that Tau don't actually carry grenades that do that kind of damage, and we also learned that grenades basically don't do anything unless you hit somebody directly in the face. So, moving on from that, we're going to go down this door and learn whatever next lesson they have for us. When you need to use an explosive charge, a target waypoint will appear on your visor. You will need to enter the target zone to place the explosives. Okay, go to the target zone. You're approaching the target zone. Enter the zone and hold down the use key. You have to keep it held down until the explosive charge is placed. You can see there's a bar filling up. The explosives are placed. Now you have seconds to clear. Please move away. Cool. I blew up a thing. Uh-oh. I don't like the fact that door closed. Well done, Trooper Caius. You have almost finished your training practice. In the next room is an information display where you can request briefings on your enemy and the current situation. Just press the buttons with the use key to activate the display. When you have finished, go through the far door to exit training. So we are almost done. I guess this would be the thing. Oh no. This is the briefing. This is the briefing chamber. Okay. These are information displays. If you require briefing on a particular subject, press a button. Are you going to tell me what the subjects are? I guess not. Button.
The Imperium spans the galaxy and rules the human race. They come from an obscure sector of the far spiral arm, and have aggressively colonized the stars over thousands of years. Human society is ancient, and has descended into superstition. Technology is treated like magic, and only the human's priesthood understands how machines work. Humans live harsh lives, and rule by might. They deploy vast fleets and armies across space to enforce their domination, and tolerance of other races is not permitted in their philosophy.
Yep, that pretty much sums up the Imperium of Man. Good job. I think if we press the button, we'll get the same result. Let's figure that out now.
The Imperium spans the galaxy
We do.
and rules.
We can turn it off. Okay, good. I was wondering if it would tell us more. Let's go through the outer ring here. I almost wonder if I could mark this, like, somehow. If that will stay. Maybe. It might. Well, we know if we get to the one by the door, we're good. Press this one. You gotta be... So, let me establish something here. I'm pressing the enter key. I'm looking at the button, I'm pressing the enter key. You really have to stand, like, perfectly parallel with it.
Fire warriors must rise through the ranks. All fire warriors start as Shazla, or troopers. If they progress, they reach the second rank, or Shazwi. A veteran who distinguishes himself and survives long enough may become a commander, or Shazel.
Wrong! That is not how all the Shazes work. But you tried. And this also was 2003, so I might be wrong about that.
Tau society is divided into 5 castes. The Fire caste are proud warriors, the biggest and strongest of the race. The Earth caste are artisans and laborers, engineers and scientists. To the Water caste belong the administrators, merchants, negotiators and diplomats. The Air caste are messengers and couriers, the pilots and spaceship crews of the Tau fleet. Binding these 4 castes together are the Aun, or the Ethereal caste, the wisest of the Tau.
Yep, that's all pretty much, like, accurate. Okay, next button.
We Tau are a proud race. Our culture is young, but we have progressed quickly, and our technology is advanced. This we have achieved by working together for the greater good. We live in peaceful coexistence with other races, but will defend ourselves against unprovoked aggression. We live for the noble belief that the many are more important than the few.
All accurate. Something he said that he more or less glanced over. An important part of Tau is Tau as a race grew their technology levels extraordinarily quickly, and I mean extraordinarily quickly. Their technology is almost that in which it can challenge the Imperium, and they made it to this point in just a few thousand years. The Imperium of Man is 42,000 years old. So the Tau are growing, and growing fast.
Imperial weaponry is of a primitive design and manufacture, but is deadly and effective. Their primary weapons are either large-caliber slug throwers firing explosive shells, or short-range laser rifles and pistols. Though not as light or efficient as Tau pulse weaponry, these guns can be picked up and used in an emergency.
Nothing to comment on there.
In our battles with humanity, we have encountered forces of superhumans altered by genetic engineering and surgery. Known as the Adeptus Astartes, or Space Marines, they are feared throughout the galaxy. We know little of these elite forces, but they proved to be formidable on the battlefield, and fought fanatically to the death.
The first time the Tau race encountered the Imperium of Man in the Imperium of Man's true militant form was when the Imperium came to retake some planets that the Tau had taken from them, because the Tau were pushing the outskirts and taking planets that basically had no Imperial military might, and then the Imperium came over and tried to take those planets back. It was a devastating loss for the Tau that shook their entire core belief and almost caused them to basically completely self-destroy themselves, because it was the first time they had ever encountered a race that is just as and definitely more technologically advanced than them and really, really kicked them in the butt. So when they say the Space Marines are fearsome, they mean it. This button.
The humans are a powerful race, almost numberless. Even the Imperium's own bureaucracy doesn't know how many humans there are. Because they draw their armies from a million worlds, the Imperium's forces are varied. Some human armies are little more than armed rabble. Others are highly disciplined and well-equipped. They can be a cunning and resourceful foe, and should be respected.
Indeed. Beep.
A year ago, the Imperium launched a crusade against the Tau. The humans cleansed 2 planets of Tau at a massive cost in lives, before they were halted in the Dalith system, and a truce declared. Since the crusade ended, the Imperials kept the peace, until they kidnapped our ethereal Kovash of the Vashya Sept. By this terrible act, they have brought war upon themselves.
I'm not calling that not canon, but this is the first time I've ever heard of that, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was made up specifically as a plot for this video game, because I play Space Marines and Tau, and I don't remember any of that in either of their lore. Beep.
The Tau sphere of influence shares borders with races other than the humans. The Eldar are an ancient and decadent people with formidable psychic powers. The Tyranids are nomadic hive creatures capable of descending upon worlds and consuming every living thing. The Necrons have emerged from hibernation to launch skeletal machine armies upon campaigns of conquest. The Tau Firecast has been our first line of defense against these foes.
I have to question at what point in the timeline this is, if the Tau are already familiar with both Tyranids and Necrons, because those are races they did not encounter until much later on. Alright, we've gone through the whole outer circle. Let's go through the inner circle. First one here. Beep.
The Tau Fire Warriors may only progress in rank by passing a test, the Trial by Fire. The trial may be a test of courage or skill, or the warrior must survive a ferocious battle. There is no way to prove one's mettle and honor except in a trial by fire.
Interesting. Beep.
This is an Orca-class dropship. It can deploy a fire warrior team from orbit to the surface and supply fire support to them.
Well, that was probably important to know for the video game, but otherwise not very interesting.
The Devilfish Troop Carrier is a skimming vehicle capable of carrying 12 fully armed fire warriors and providing fire support for them. It is fast, maneuverable, and armed with a formidable burst cannon.
All of that is still true to this day, except the part about the burst cannon being formidable. It's a very mediocre weapon. Not bad, but very mediocre.
The drone is a miniaturized artificial intelligence. The drone disc is well armored and floats by anti-gravity. The twin-linked pulse carbines deal devastating fire on the enemy. Fire warriors may command drones in especially dangerous situations, using them as attack units or sentries.
Next button.
Tau Earthcast technicians are developing new weaponry for use against the human Imperium. Some of these weapons will enter service soon, and are miniaturized versions of certain vehicle-mounted weapons.
Basically, we're going to give you cool guns as an infantry warrior, even though you would never really get that on the tabletop. I am 99% sure this was... Actually, I'll take it back. I am 100% sure this was before the Riptide, so we don't have to worry about any of those.
The standard carbine of the Tau fires plasma pulse burst ammunition identical to that of the standard rifle. However, the lightweight carbine is a rapid-fire weapon and also mounts a photon grenade launcher. The penalty for the higher rate of fire is decreased accuracy. The carbine uses a 32 or 64 round ammunition clip.
Next button.
The standard rifle of the Tau fires plasma pulse bursts, capable of defeating most light enemy armor. The rifle has a low rate of fire, but is highly accurate. It uses a 32 or 64 round ammunition clip.
It is not highly accurate. That is a lie. I'll explain that in a moment.
The Fire Warrior combat armor is effective protection against kinetic weapons, energy weapons, fire, and splinter. The composite shell of ceramic, aerogel absorption layers, and anti-spalling mesh will withstand a number of hits before it degrades and becomes useless. Battle suits record telemetry for use in analysis and training. Upgraded stealth armor is issued to infiltration specialists and is tougher than regular armor. It is also shielded against enemy sensors across a wide spectrum, including radar and infrared.
Okay, unless you're talking about a stealth battlesuit, no, the stealth armor is actually significantly weaker than standard battle armor for Tau. The standard armor save for a Tau Fire Warrior is 4 up. The stealth armor, wielded by the Pathfinder infantry, is a 5 up, which is worse. So, unless you're talking a stealth battlesuit, it's a significant downgrade. About the Tau gun being extremely accurate. One of the quirks of the Tau is that the Tau, as a playable army, are extremely ranged-based. They believe that melee combat is beneath them. Although, in the lore, Fire Warriors are extensively trained in melee combat because it is part of their ancient traditions before guns were really a thing to their race, and Fire Warriors put a lot of stock in tradition. So they are trained for melee, but they prefer to be ranged at pretty much 100% of the time. The thing about the Tau is the Tau are, and I'm going to be blunt here, one of the worst shooting races in the game. Not counting for their guns or their firepower or anything like that. What I mean is their accuracy is poop. The majority of the 40k universe hits on a 3-up. Tau hit on a 4-up. This is on a d6 roll. The lower number, the better. So pretty much the entire Imperium of Man, minus the Imperial Guard, including Sisters of Battle, by the way. Necrons, the entire Eldar race, all 4 of their codexes, etc., 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 are all Ballistic Skill 3. Ballistic Skill 3 is the average in Warhammer, and Tower Ballistic Skill 4. They are not good shots. In terms of this video game, I'm sure we'll get along just fine, because it's a first-person shooter. It's based off my own ability to aim, not the actual ballistic skill of the model, which we don't have in this instance. But normally, Tau, not good shots. They'll say they are, they're not. That's where the secret task completed. Congratulations, you have completed training. Before you rejoin your squad, we will first need to download all the movement and combat data stored in your armor. Your visor will go blank for a moment while we transfer the data. Thank you for your cooperation. Grade, no rank. Additional task completed. I had a 30% accuracy. I was shooting all over the place. You have been assigned to your first mission. Prepare for orbital drop. I think we're going to get hit with a cutscene, so I'll have to finish my little talk after.
Acknowledged, Sergeant. Bring the alien to me. Leave no witnesses.
As you wish, Governor. All brethren, execute extraction plan.
What of this one, Brother Sergeant?
No witnesses.
Caius, this will be your first real action on the battlefield. I couldn't read the rest of it. Caius, the ethereal Kovash is being held somewhere in this area and you must locate him. Once we have his location, we will send in extraction teams to rescue him. This is your trial by fire, so you must do your best. Press the use key to continue.
Trooper, is this your first mission? I remember how nervous I was before mine. Let me help you get ready. Have you checked your visor is working properly? Visor functions check. Ammo check. Shield check. You are ready for combat. Good luck, Fire Warrior. We will save Kova.
Soon. Go on the green light. The tactical readouts say our forces are making good progress, but stay alert. Do not fail your trial. Prove your skills and honor the Firecast.
Guys, we are taking some fun.
finally move! I was stuck for most of that cutscene. Yes, some of the voice dialogue was just as quiet for you as it was for me, so don't worry about that. It was pretty quiet. We are past the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and call the video, but I want to finish commenting on that thing I was talking about during the training while we were still there. The fact that Tau are already at a bad ballistic skill makes the penalties to hit in 8th edition that I was mentioning previously so much worse. That's all I'll say on that matter. Thank you all for watching. This is WellArmedWithTacos signing off, and when we come back, our first mission begins. We don't have a lot of ammo, so we need to make our shots count. And as far as I know, there is no saving. I think it's checkpoint based, so we're gonna have to hope we get to a decent checkpoint in time. It's not the first Let's Play I've done that's checkpoint based, but these are always a little problematic. I didn't know that before we started. So, I'll see you all later. Take care, bye-bye, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.